sports programs, but I think a big part of this is being overlooked is trust. And I don't understand how we expect to grow this university when the student body can't trust the administration to take our never mind the over 170 athletic scholarships that we're losing from this move. Who would want to come to a university as an incoming freshman knowing that no matter what they do, they can join the student government? It doesn't matter. If that's the case, what are we doing what is the administration going to do to rectify this?
Student government does matter.
For the students, yes, for the
Yeah, I think there are things that matter. And I guess my answer to that would be that if we are that far out of balance on our balance sheet fiscally, that you have to trust administrators to make decisions to make this a fiscally sound university.
But this was handled, this was handled so poorly. You don't think people that are looking at colleges right now are not going to look up UAB and see all this negative press? Because I guarantee they are. I know when I was applying to UAB, I looked up everything I could about it, about every other school. So, if there's no way that we can fix this, then this dorm we're building across the street, we might as well stop and tear it down. Nobody.
I would say in the residence hall side is that's part of a plan also. We have not been able to accommodate all our students on campus. So that is a part of continuing to accommodate our students and moving them from on-campus locations so they can reside on campus. So that was a very thoughtful plan.
Hold on. Before you start your question, I'd like to say something. Y'all don't know how big this is about to get. UAH had to fight for their hockey program. It's the same thing we're going to have to do here. We're still a bowl eligible team. And there's still possibilities, even though we technically don't have a program, that really doesn't start until January 1st. We can still get into a bowl game, but it's going to take all of y'all's support. It's going to take these guys doing the Facebook pages and doing everything else. And I guarantee you, y'all would have been heartbroken if y'all could have been in the same room I was in. In the last 3 days, because this has made me so sick. And if you give me and my brothers one more opportunity to strap it on and go out there in a blaze of glory, it will be hell to pay for whoever has to line up against us. We're talking to people, literally before I walked in this room, I got off the phone with a reporter from TMZ. I've been contacted by ESPN several times and by writers and a couple of directors wanting to do documentaries on this program and making ESPN 30 for 30. This thing is about to blow up. We all recorded what Watts said to us in the locker room. Stuff's about to get going and stuff's about to get real soon. But we need y'all's continued support. And that's all I have.
I'm a 2012 alum. This question may have already been asked, so forgive me, I was a little bit late. But so if we've got this strategic plan going, what are our enrollment projections? And when enrollment does, if it does end up declining as a result of, not showing student support, not having that student experience that some of the guys talked about, what's our, so my number one question is, what are our enrollment projections for the next several years? And number two, what steps are we going to take should enrollment decline?
this. I mean, there's a declining number of eligible graduates in the state of Alabama. Our enrollment has grown by incremental amounts, mainly because of graduate enrollment growth over the last couple of years. We've had record freshman classes, but as a whole, our graduate enrollment has helped us. I don't know exactly what those are all available on the website, the goals for enrollment, and part of this strategic plan in the provost operation. That's where enrollment management resides. And I'm not going to quote stats to you, but there's no doubt as a part of this process and this decision that there was a thought about an enrollment hit. Yes.
Okay, like our secretary has mentioned, while the UAH and our situation here are not completely parallel, what are your thoughts on that situation? About how they lost their program and then got it back after everybody. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Question was, do I have any thoughts about the UAH situation? No, other than there's you being here and you caring and you exercising your right to vote and being political. I don't think you can underestimate how important that is. I think people listen.
Sorry. Okay, everybody's been talking about the future for UAB, this future plan, this is a plan, this is a plan, and this is a plan. But when have y'all taken the time to ask us, as the students, what we wanted for the future at UAB? Because I stayed in Denton last year, and y'all took away the parking lot, which left us short with parking, to give us this shuttle system that's going on. Like, nobody's taking the time to ask the actual students what do they feel like is best that can improve UAB. I understand that we should grow, but I mean, we're the students. We are UAB.
Yes.
So, so I'm trying to figure out like who's on like all of these committees to do the plans, and when do they give the students insight about what we should have for UAB?
I think a lot of people ask students all the time their opinions on things. Through student governance and through the mechanisms, you have elected people to represent students to the administration. It's only one of the few good ways to do that. There are obviously focus groups you can do in the general student body on things, but student governance is the ongoing voice to the administration. I think that's very important.